Today's video is going to be a quick update on my comparison between the stock picking records of financial education on the one hand and Mcash on the other. Now, last week I posted a video where I did a deep dive analysis into the stock picking styles of both of these YouTubers, and I showed you what the ROI would be if you had invested $100 on each stock tip they provided since January 1st, 2021. Since I posted that video, the market has experienced a dramatic pullback. So I thought it would be interesting to bring you a quick update and show you what the spreadsheets look like today as opposed to 1 week ago. Now, if you watched that video, you'll remember that I said Mcash proposes more high-risk, high-reward stocks where the pendulum can swing both ways. And when I uploaded the video initially, he was doing very, very well. But since then, you'll see the pendulum has swung back in the other direction. Financial education, on the other hand, talks mainly about large, well-established companies where you're not going to see dramatic price changes one way or another. So let's check out the spreadsheet and let me show you what has happened since I posted that video 1 week ago. I'm going to start with financial education, and here's a clip of me last week showing what his ROI was. Now, as you can see, if I scroll down to the bottom here, the total ROI over the past 2 months-ish is about 2%. Now compare that to where we are at today. And you'll see as I scroll through the spreadsheet here, there's still pretty tight spreads on most of these companies that financial education has recommended. Only a few of them, like Neo for instance, are trading below a 20% loss. And when you scroll down to the bottom, you can see that the total ROI of financial education's stock tips since January 1st, 2021 is still at less than -2%. And when you compare that to where he was at last week, which was at +2%, that's not really a huge change, just a 4% swing, despite the fact that the market has experienced a dramatic pullback. Now let's check out Mcash. Last week he was way up on the back of some of these penny stock picks that he's had since the beginning of January. Scrolling down to the bottom for the results, you can see that the ROI of Mcash's stock tips is 26.4%. Now comparing that ROI to where things are at today, you'll see as I scroll through the gain-loss column here, a lot of these stocks are now way down compared to where they were before. Some of them have even reached the $60 range, which means that that's almost a -40% ROI. And so like I said, this is where the pendulum is swinging back the other way, because all of these stocks that are showing a $60 figure means that if you had invested $100 based on that initial stock tip, your ROI would now be, -40%. And the total ROI for Mcash as of right now, time of this recording on Friday, February 26th, is at -0.05%. So while he's still technically doing better than financial education, you can see how much of a difference there is between where he was last week and where he is today. That's a significant percentage change in ROI, giving up almost 27% in a week. So that's the update on the price action of these stock tips. But one more thing that I wanted to mention before closing it out today is that yesterday, February 25th, Mcash released a video where he suggested that all of his stock picks were still doing well. Check it out.
And I look at these red days as buying opportunities, and guess what? All of these picks have went up by a lot shortly after. Even all of the penny stocks I talk about on this channel, even in this volatile market, most of them are performing great even during a market correction. I think these picks will set themselves apart from what the market is doing, and that's why I talk about them on this channel.
From my data, that's clearly not the case. And unless I have an error in my spreadsheet, and in which case, if you have noticed something, please do let me know and I'll update it. But if I don't have any errors in my spreadsheet, then I don't think it's accurate to say that all of Mcash's stock picks are doing well. And like I said in the previous video, one of the main strategies that a lot of these penny stock YouTubers are using to build up credibility and legitimacy in the eyes of the viewer is to only highlight and talk about their past stock picks that are currently up and currently doing well. That's all I have for today. I just wanted to bring you a quick update based on what's been happening in the market this week. But I am going to be back tomorrow with another more in-depth analysis comparing Tom Nash to a few other penny stock YouTubers, which I think is going to be very interesting. So if you want to see that and other videos on topics including investing, personal finance, wealth building, and entrepreneurship, please hit subscribe and I'll see you next time.